carrying yourself with excellence, whether it's how you dress, how you look, how you carry yourself, your background.
What did you notice about how we approach the job search here at Sword that was different than what you were doing? Was it like a mindset shift or a strategy shift? Like what was different? Imagine sending out 500 applications over a period of 4 months and hearing nothing back on your job search. That's exactly what happened with Mario before he joined Sword, and we helped him land a 90K fully remote SDR job at a really huge company that's growing, growing, growing. And yeah, he's super pumped, and we were pumped to help him. So tune in to learn about how he did it. Let's go back to the beginning where before tech sales, like before meeting me anyway, what was your career? What was life like? Why did you want to make a change?
Yeah, so I was actually working at a startup. It was in tech, but I was wearing a ton of different hats, and I wanted to get into more of a sales role.
Mhm.
And I was actually there for a couple of years, so I just knew I was capped. I knew there wasn't any growth potential, so started looking around and stuff. And honestly, my relationship with some people there just kind of just started rubbing because I was, trying to grow out of the mold and stuff, and some managers totally got stepped on. So,
Mhm.
yeah, got laid off,
Mhm.
and kind of was in a position for a couple months where I was looking for something, but man, I was slinging applications like crazy. I think like swung like upwards of like 500,
Dang.
and it
And
literally
how
felt
long of a
like
time was that 500? Like 3 months?
I think 4,
4 months. Dang, man. Yeah, you
four or
were going
five.
after it.
Yeah, but 4 or 5. So it literally felt like slinging mud on the wall. Felt like things weren't sticking.
Mm.
Um, Felt like I didn't have like all the experience in the world, but I have some to
Mhm.
at least get me an interview. But I wasn't landing any interviews, so
Dang.
we're just kind of looking around through like Instagram and just like ChatGPT and just random stuff, and came across your profile, and yeah, the rest is history.
Word, man. Word. So what was your actual role then? Because I know startups are crazy. You do 15 things in a
Yeah,
day, but like what was the actual title?
it was like account manager slash customer support specialist. So
Okay. So sales adjacent, like you would think with that
yeah,
title and with working at a tech company, it'd be kind of a no-brainer. Like you're someone that managers would look at, like, oh, you have experience.
right.
But that wasn't really translating through the application process anyway.
No, I just felt like it was like a robot just reading through my application. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, which understandably so. There's tons of applicants and stuff you wanna, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is a robot, especially now. I mean, when I was recruiting, 4 years ago when I first started in management, we didn't really have the AI stuff yet, but we did have like basic filtering and stuff. Now it's even crazier. And so people will spend hours optimizing keywords on their resume. Like, look at the job
it's
description, put your
crazy.
resume in ChatGPT, and it's like it's just the wrong game. And so for you, when you were applying to that many places, you're not having any success. Were you in a good headspace still? Were you still fired up, or were you starting to get discouraged at all?
Definitely felt discouraged
Mm.
because I felt like I was always on fire. I felt like I had a purpose in my life,
Mhm.
but I just felt like I was kind of in this desert season. I just didn't have control of, getting looked at or finding the right people to surround myself with. So,
Mm.
uh, did kind of feel demotivated.
Yeah.
So I was really looking for somebody that, could lay out a track for me so I could just, go out and run. So
Gotcha. Take me to that moment where you were like, "Yo, I think I need some help." Like, what actually happened in that moment when you reached out for help?
I think definitely another day of slinging applications and more of those rejection letters definitely was like, all right, I need to do something different because I've always heard like definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
Mhm.
So I just knew like, man, like even if it's just, getting some perspective or putting my neck out there, or even if it's taking a little bit of risk and financial, it's like, money always comes and goes. So I just felt like, even if that's a thing, at least it'll be something different.
Yeah. And I think we connected on Instagram. So what was your like perception of, because I see stuff on Instagram all the time
Yeah.
that's like cringy or clearly like
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it, man. It's weird. There's weird stuff. That's what I'll say. But
Mm.
was that weird for you to look at like a coach like me and make that jump, or what actually led you to join?
Yeah, I actually looked at a couple people, and that was my biggest thing. I mean, there's tons and tons of different things out there, a lot of like scams and just weird people, like you said. But for me, what stood out was how real you were with your story,
Mm.
and you were a believer,
Hmm.
and that's what really drew me to you. So I was like, worst case, I'll meet with this guy, and if it doesn't look good, then cool, great. But at least I'm doing something different. So there's some other things that I looked at, and they kind of led with the believer approach too.
Mm.
But you could just tell they weren't as genuine, and they weren't as credible, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
So
So you pull trigger, you jump in. What did you notice about how we approach the job search here at Sword that was different than what you were doing? Was it like a mindset shift or a strategy shift? Like what was different?
I'd say definitely the a strategy shift. Because I feel like sometimes, like for me, for example, I felt like I had all the qualities you want, like in a salesperson or even an athlete, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Driven, have a hard work ethic, someone that has integrity, stuff like that, good team player. So I just needed, like I said, a track laid out for me, a coach, a system in place that works. And that's exactly what Sword did for me is, they had that system, they had proven results, and it wasn't like, oh, like here's some things you can plug in into your day to day and maybe you'll land a job. Like, no, it was there's testimonies behind that really, built my belief and just helped me really trust in the system. So I say for me it was really the system and really trusting in it and trusting in you. So
Nice. Nice, man. Well, I'm glad you did, and it was so fun to work with you. It's crazy because it's only been a month since you started your job, but it feels like forever ago already, doesn't it? It's weird.
yeah, it's insane.
It's so weird how life works like that. So if you were to maybe give Mario, who was applying for 4 months, 500 apps, not having success, if you were to give him advice, like, yo, dude, this is what you're doing wrong. Here's what you should do. What would you tell him?
I would tell him to um, really channel that work ethic and really see what's out there. I mean, we live in an information age where there's information everywhere. And if I knew things weren't working, month one, month two, then it was probably time for a switch. Because at the end of the day, I'm probably losing money and I'm losing time, which I can't get back. So
Mm, mm. And then as far as I'm sure you use Easy Apply a bit and just put in resumes. Like, as far as doing the job to get the job, what would you tell younger Mario?
man, I say don't have as much of a big head. Like even though I have some experience,
Yeah,
like it's like, man, I just didn't have all the answers and I felt like I did.
yeah,
I felt like, if you had the, whole Christian approach, it's like God's gonna provide, He's gonna put something out there. I feel like to some extent, yeah, that works, but I genuinely think God puts people in your life and you going out and seeking people who've already been there, done that. I think they're available. You just have to go seek them versus, just being on your own.
yeah, yeah. I get that perspective too, especially for believers. It's like, well, if God wants to do it, He'll do it, like no matter what. And it's like, okay, let's apply that to fitness. Is God going to wake you up at 5 a.m., make you put clothes on and go to the
Yeah,
gym and lift weights and go home and eat right? No, like that's stupid. So why do we,
it's crazy.
yeah, that's true for everything in life. Like God will give you the ability to do stuff. He'll give you the conviction to do it. But what he looks for, and we see this all through scripture, is he looks for partners. He looks for people that are willing to like partner with him and to bring heaven to earth and bring his will through them in partnership. So that's a good perspective. So you came in initially like, yeah, I'm gonna have no problem. And then you're like, oh wait, this isn't working. And then we changed the approach and boom, you landed a really good company, man. How's it been over there? 1 month in.
Yeah. Oh, like seriously. When I look back at it, it's like God's timing is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And I would look at these testimony videos and be like, yeah, that's great. Like, we'll see if that happens for me. But looking back, like it is God's timing 100%. And the people there are genuine and they're definitely more of a people first company versus, titles and work first. So
Yeah.
it's a big blessing. So I'm appreciative.
Yeah, and they're growing like crazy too. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have
they
some
are.
cool opportunities ahead for yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
take me to that moment when they reached out, like with the offer. What went down? How did you feel like when you heard the words come out of their mouth, like, "Hey, we want to offer you." How did this all go down?
Yeah, I feel like I had the offer maybe like interview three.
Okay.
Um, just after like the cold call thing and everything. I
Yeah.
feel like it went really well. I think after that, I feel like I had it in the bag. But once I got the call, like I got the job offer, it was more like just confirmed, like yeah, I was right and stuff. So it felt good. It was like a sigh of relief, and there was just like a lot of life happening during that time. So it just felt good to just take a step back and be like, man, I'm good. Like I'm secure and stuff. So
Yeah. Yo, quick interruption. If you need help on your job search and you are tired of putting out applications with hearing nothing back for these tech sales type roles, there's a link below to a free guide that includes an invite to my free community where there's a bunch of other people that are trying to break into tech sales. But more importantly, there's a resource in there that'll show you step by step how to break into tech sales. This includes job boards, resume help, and like application strategy and process that you can actually go implement to start landing interviews. Enjoy. What interview advice would you give people? And it's a broad question, but
no, that's good. Man, I say exactly what Jack lays out. I think that's 100% useful. But also is doing all the little things, is carrying yourself with excellence, whether it's how you dress, how you look, how you carry yourself, your background. Like my background isn't the most perfect thing in the world, but it really shows true to your character and stuff and how you carry yourself. So I say that's the biggest thing, and also asking questions that help you prepare you into the role, and then closing. Closing is, I think, what did it for me,
mm,
100%, and what helped me move along in the interview process.
yeah. Yeah. So closing, just for anyone that's kind of new to this, like at the end of your interview, you have to ask them if, you're going to move to the next stage or not, because you're in sales, right? So Mario, I know this isn't going to be perfect, but what's like a rough draft closing script they can use?
Yeah, for me, it was just asking like the elephant in the room, like, hey, is there anything in the interview that stands out, or what would prevent me from moving forward to the next round? That was like my first part, and my second part was, well, hey, what you're gonna get is somebody that's has a hard work ethic, someone who's a true team player, and somebody that is willing to absolutely outwork anyone else you guys have interviewing. I can guarantee you that. And it's not just lip service, but for me, like I have a strong why backing me, which is to provide for my future family and really take care of my mom and stuff. And yeah, I'd say that was like a rough draft, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah,
But
yeah. No, that's great, man. And you're right. It's the little things. Like closing is a little thing. It's a big thing. You have to do it, but people forget to do it because it's at the end of the interview, blah, blah, blah. So I know there's people out there listening to this right now that are like, oh, I know I'm qualified. I know I could do tech sales, but why am I not getting the offer? And to your point, Mario, it's the little things like how you present on camera, like your background, because my perspective as a manager is I'm trying to learn who you are, and all I have is like an 8x8 frame to do it. That's all I have for
yeah,
these remote jobs. And so if what you're presenting in this 8x8 window into your life is someone who's disheveled with a messy background and you didn't dress nice and you're not well spoken, I have to make a judgment based on what I know. And so to your
yeah,
point, man, it's those little things like how you do one thing is how you do everything.
100%. And it's not like I have like all my ducks in a row, like I'm the most perfect person in the world, but I do carry myself with excellence for one, like you said. Like I'm put together and stuff, but I think a flip side of the coin is I'm myself and I'm authentic and I'm
Yeah.
okay under my skin.
Mm,
So,
it's so good. And that's a dichotomy there of you want to be authentically yourself and you need to come clean and polished. And what people
yeah.
do is they're either themselves, like authentically themselves, and they have none of the polish and the professionalism, or they go to like the robot side. They're just like this
Yeah.
interview robot, like there's no personality, which is a problem too. And when I'm working with clients, a lot of clients will do that where it's like, oh, I want to remember the scripts and the frameworks and the techniques and they lose themselves in that process. And it's like, no, where's your like color and your life and your energy? Like where is all that?
Yeah.
That's gone
It's
now.
good.
So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So now you've got this amazing job, right? 90K OTE, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that's solid. That's really solid and fully remote. and growing company. You're 1 month in. What impact, like now that you're at an established company, you're not at a startup, you're not doing 15 things in a day, what actual impact do you think this is going to have on your life, your next few years?
Man, I say it's really setting the foundation. I feel like I have been working on myself for the past couple of years, but this really, like you said, it's a good company and stuff and good people. But I think outside of the money and stuff, like, yeah, it was an investment to, get into Sword, but I'm making that back within the first, month or two because I'm hitting my targets. And it's not like it's just, like I said, the startup where it's like, oh, like maybe these techniques and systems will work, which there's some room for that at this company, but there's already proven systems, there's already proven sequences, there's already different SDRs that have been successful at the company that I can get their insight and stuff. So yeah, I think looking forward at, my future family and stuff. I'm single right now and stuff, but looking at like my wife, my kids, knowing I'm making the right decisions now and knowing that, this will not just put money in the bank, but also, get some skills and stuff and, get my network a little bit better. I think that makes me feel a little bit better. And plus, honoring my mom is everything to me right now, along with my family and just paving the way for them. So,
Mhm.
yeah, this is really just like an accelerator, and I know there's more to come. But
Leader, leader. Man, there's so many nights and hours and moments that no one saw but you and the Lord, and you showed integrity in those moments. And I feel like very much this is a reward for all of the hours you put in when no one was looking to become the man you are today. So shout out to you, man. This is only the beginning. I'm so excited to see where you are in 2 years. You're going to be AE, top AE at Deal, crushing it, making a bunch of money. I don't know. We'll see.
yes,
It'll be
sir. We'll
fun.
see.
All right. Last question I have for you then. I want you to go back to before you joined Sword. And I want you to think about if you had never joined Sword, realistically, where do you think you'd be right now, September 18th, 2025, if you didn't join Sword?
Man, that's definitely a loaded question. I'd definitely be slinging mud on the wall still. Maybe something would have stuck. Maybe I would have, reached out to a hiring manager that would have deemed my or a robot would have, seen my application as, worthy enough. But man, I guess I'll open up a little bit. But my mom got diagnosed with cancer, I believe, 3 months ago, and that was like or 2 months ago, and that was like a whole shift in my life. And I had found Sword, a little bit previous to that, and just knowing that I had a system in place while I was going through all that, it's like it's not a matter of, if life is going to happen to you, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. So, I mean, I honestly don't know where I would be. Like I lost my mom a month ago, and for me, having that peace of mind knowing that something that was already locked in and I can take the time to grieve, I can take the time to, I was able to, thank God I was able to spend, time with my mom and I was able to lock in a job offer during that whole craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, it'd probably be filled with a lot of regret. It'd be, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and all for the sake of, staying comfortable and, maybe even having an ego about, you know, me getting the job by myself and stuff. So,
Mm.
yeah, I honestly don't know where I'd be. It'd be definitely a tough season, and I'd probably still be looking.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Thanks for opening up, man. You're, yeah, like I said, you're honoring your mom and your family really well. And they are nothing but proud of you, bro. That's for sure.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, man, I'm
I
excited to
appreciate it.
follow you in your journey. Like now that you're in something secure and stable and with a ton of growth potential, I mean, you're already crushing your targets. Like you're just going to get better and better. You're 1 month in. You're going to keep growing
Hmm.
and growing on this foundation, and you're going to stay part of Sword. Like that's what's cool about what we do is not just getting you a job, but it's helping you keep the job and get promoted. So you're going to stay in one-on-one touch with me through Slack. So if you need anything, just hit me up. I think there's like 5 other people at Deal that have come through Sword. So, have you
Yeah.
worked with any of them, or are they on different teams?
I haven't worked with them directly, but I've met a couple of them,
Okay, yeah, they're
and
all good guys.
I've helped a couple of people go through the interview process too.
Oh,
So,
nice, man. Well, thank you. You're paying it back
yeah.
already.
They're
Um,
cool.
yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of resources and stuff. And if you ever need help, like that's the beauty of Sword. You're a member for life. So thank you for trusting us, and thanks for the opportunity to serve you, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it so much, brother. If there's anything I could do to help you or your clients, like I'm always here as a resource too. I'm eternally grateful.
I love it, man. That means a lot. So yeah, anyone listening, if you want to do what Mario did, you need help on the job search. There's a link below. You can grab some time with the team. We'll jump on, see if we can help you out or not. And if we can, you can be as cool as Mario is on one of these client interviews one day. Or we have a free community down below as well. It's through school. You can sign up for free and go implement some of that stuff. But Mario, I'd love to pray. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. God, you're the best. And we just say thank you today. We just recognize that you are the great shepherd and you walk with us through hard seasons, through mountains and valleys. God, you are consistent and you are reliable, and you've shown that to Mario. And God, I just thank you for the impact that his mom has had on their family. And we honor her and we celebrate her. And I thank you that Mario is going to go forth and be an amazing man of God, an amazing provider, an amazing husband and father to his future family, and all of that will pay honor to the impact that his mom had on him to teach him how to be a man. And God, we thank you for his family. We thank you for how you're using Mario as a light, not only to family but also to his company and to anyone that interacts with him. And I just thank you that his work will have favor on it because it's going to bring glory to you, God. As he succeeds, as he promotes, as you elevate his career, he's going to draw more and more people into your name, Jesus. And people are going to get to know you through his story. So I just pray continued abundance and success over him. And God, I thank you that you have just so faithfully provided for him. We love you. And God, we just say thank you today. In Jesus' name, amen.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk soon, okay?
Yeah, we'll chat soon.